also about its solutions, and we're pleased to be presenting it in a most uplifting and heartfelt way. This week's performances mark their mainland debut. It's the first time ever in Las Vegas that Truly Dooley has been presented, and is even more special because it features an entirely local cast. I'm proud to inform you that 7 veterans that are currently living in our Back to Work program at US Vets are starring in the performance. Joining them are 2 other individuals in recovery, community actors, students, a tech sergeant from Nellis Air Force Base, and 5 of our very own US Vets staff members. After the play, the cast will be in the lobby excited.
Good afternoon. It's great to be in Las Vegas. About a year ago, when Shalimar approached me about doing a series of shows in Las Vegas, it gave me the opportunity to modify the original Truly Dooley musical, which was first performed in 2005 in Honolulu. I've been living for the past 8 years in Hawaii and just recently moved back to the mainland, hence you are seeing the mainland premiere. But to modify it a little bit to focus specifically on the plight of veterans homelessness and to add actually an extra song which wasn't in the original productions specifically about veterans homelessness, which will be obvious while you see the play. I'm really excited to see some people who came out because they saw the article. It's a great way, obviously, to support the veterans in their recovery and in their climb back to self-sufficiency. This project has actually been a big therapeutic activity for a lot of the people involved, both our veterans in our program and, as Shalimar mentioned, 2 individuals who are in another agency program. So without further ado, I just want to reintroduce Shalimar, who will serve as your narrator. Please enjoy the show, and we'll look forward to talking to you afterwards. Thank you very much for coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Truly Dooley. Act 1, Scene 1. A young family is playing tourist for the day, showing their son the famous sights on the Washington, D.C. Mall. They stop in front of the Lincoln Memorial as their son gazes in amazement at its size.
That's not too bad.
Wow, he is just so big.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you know who that is?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal? No.
No. Honey, do you remember who freed the slaves?
Michael Jordan.
No.
Michael Jordan? Hon, I've told you 100 times. That's Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States.
Did he play for the Lakers?
Now where are you going? Get over here.
Do those people live here?
I suppose so.
Why? Don't they have a house?
I don't know.
Well, if they worked for a living, they would.
Do you think he has a mom and a dad?
I suppose so, somewhere.
How come they just look like soldiers?
Well, they used to be soldiers. Now they're just...
Hey, that guy over there looks sick. Maybe we should give him some food?
He's not sick. He's just lazy.
Worthless, wrong, no goodness, above.
And we're not giving him any food. If you're not a good boy, you'll end up just like him.
Look at them, can't you see? Lazy bums, most probably.
If you're not a good boy, you'll end up just like them. Look at them over there, filthy clothing that they wear.
Look at them, very lewd, picking through the trash for food.
Look at them over there, every other word a swear. If you're not a good boy, if you're not a good boy, if you're not a good boy, you'll end up just like them.
Or grow up just like them.
How many times did I tell you to stay away from these people?
Your boy's headed for trouble if you can't keep him in line.
Hey, I don't need advice from you.
Hey, we'll discuss all this when we get home.
Whatever. Look at them, an awful sight, sleeping in the park at night. If you're not a good boy, you'll end up just like them.
Look at them, the way they leer. Wish they all would disappear. If you're not a good boy, you'll end up just like them.
Look at them, wasting time, should be locked up for their crime.
Look at him, a wasted life, never learned to sacrifice.
Look at those disgusting men, all day long drinking gin. If you're not a good boy, if you're not a good boy, if you're not a good boy, you'll end up just like them.
I'll grow up just like them.
You'll grow up just like them.
Just like them.
Just like them.
Let's go.
Stay away from them, all right?
Fine.
Don't even.
Scene 2. We are still in the park later that evening. Most of the tourists have left. We see a band of veterans chatting amongst themselves, soliciting bystanders for money.
Spare a few coins, my lady.
Here you go. Here's $20, but only if you leave the park.
Leave the park, my home of homes, my dwelling du jour, my maison naturelle. I think not. Why, everything I have is right here. My bedroom, over here. My kitchen, over there. My library, quite well stocked. And the bathroom, believe me, dear lady, you don't want to know. Your offer is soundly rejected.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll leave the park. In fact, for that price, I'll leave every day.
Finally, a steady job for you.
Oh, you people, who do you think you are?
Who am I?
Why, who is he?
Why, don't you know?
Or can't you see?
Why is he famous?
Throughout the land.
Even more than Amos.
Or Peter Pan.
Someone please tell me, who is this man?
Why the best?
The most.
So listen close.
To this reprise.
Music, please. Let me introduce myself. My pardon if I've intruded.
Apology accepted.
But I'll bet you didn't ever think that I was so royally rooted.
Rooted?
Like this here tree, got it?
Although I wear these same old clothes and carry an unwashed mane.
What's a mane?
The opposite of wool mane, you dummy.
I'll bet the last thing that you would ever guess is that blue blood ran through this vein. You see, my great-grandfather was a nobleman with a queen, oh so pretty. He ruled a kingdom so very vast.
Stretched out from sea to sea.
King Arthur was a friend of his.
I think so was Charlemagne.
He once chased foxes with Alexander the Great.
Had tea with Kubla Khan.
His wives, they bore him a half score of sons. Each one he gave a proper name. There's Leo, Will, Kent, John, Colin, Henry, and, oh yes, Blaine. Each became a prince in his own right, inherited a country to name.
And the sons of these princes
Had sons of their own.
And from one of these sons I came. You see, I am the great-grandson of royalty, and I rule to this very day. With scepter in hand and a throne where I stand, I watch over my people every day. I consider myself a kind ruler.
His generosity widely is known.
And I will grant pardons to 1,000 poor souls.
While never even making one atone.
These silver coins I collect here every day. I distribute to those quite in need. Money is not my true currency. My philosophy is what you call my seed. I've strolled through this land for many years, always minding every P and every Q, always doing my best to stay close to the best, but still my very presence they eschew.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Or is this not the property of the public? For persons needing to dwell, to contract with those lords of the land.
How would I ever pay for that, do tell?
You see, I am the great-grandson of royalty, and I rule to this very day. With a scepter right here and a throne, never fear. My good friends, I would never betray. Someone help, please, anyone. Taxi?
Out of the park. Let's go, everyone. I mean, everybody.
Let me repeat this once again, so you will understand all that I say. Please don't pity me in my royal clothes, but don't you turn away your gaze. I am the great-grandson of royalty, if you know what I truly mean. One day you might need my great largesse, for your life could also wax lean.
Scene 3. It is morning of the next day, and a group of outreach workers are attempting to engage people in the park. One outreach worker is new at his job and is both nervous and fearful that he can provide help.
Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning?
Oh, we're hungry.
Here you go.
Thank you.
What are you waiting for? There's nothing to be afraid of.
What do I say? Just look at him lying over there.
You'll do fine.
They told me to be assertive, but aren't they more deserving?
Most certainly they're deserving.
Certainly assertive, most importantly deserved of a better life than sleeping on a wood bench. Certainly deserved, most importantly assertive of a life that has them eating off a clean plate.
Certainly assertive, and I know you are perturbed that the world would let this happen to a good man. Certainly assertive, but the man seems so disturbed he can only ask for money with a tin pan.
And I can't believe that little me can help this man here sleeping from the problems they are facing, the ups, the downs, his tragedy. Someone should bring him some tranquility,
Prosperity,
and dignity. But wait, who am I for him to trust me unequivocally? And how can I bring him to seek a full recovery?
certainly assertive, most importantly deserved of a better life than sleeping on a park bench. Certainly assertive, most importantly deserved of a life that has him cleaned of such a rude stench. Certainly assertive, your approach is way too furtive, you're procrastinating, so not really helping. Certainly assertive, you must be so extroverted, just sit next to him and say, hello, my good friend.
And I can't believe that here I stand, a few small steps from this poor man, a life no one can understand, the world's very own sacrificial lamb, rejected, one soul be damned.
He's most certainly assertive,
Undeniably perverted.
in a land of wealth that has so many homeless. Certainly assertive, and it is so quite disturbing that the world can be so very cruel and selfish.
He's most certainly deserved, and I must be more assertive. Just to leave him lying here would be a grave sin. Certainly disturb it, most importantly deserve it. I think I'll come around another day to help him.
Scene 4. We see the band of veterans still on the mall, playing games, talking, and arguing with each other, and preparing for a night living in the park. A man pushing a grocery cart slowly begins to approach the group.
Your move.
I'm thinking.
Come on, I don't got all day.
That's the only thing you do have.
Gentlemen, give way, gentlemen, give way.
Hey, what?
Oh, it was going to be a draw.
A draw?
Here, you must be freezing. Come over and catch a little of this heat.
Where are you from?
Leave him alone.
I don't think he's from around here.
Quiet, everyone. Here, you must be starving.
Hey!
And give him your jacket.
What? Well, all right.
Sonny boy, if you ain't from around here, let me tell you a few things.
There's lots of good food these tourists just throw out.
And over on that corner, some mornings a truck comes. They cheat you, but you can get $20 at the end of each day.
Hey, Sonny boy, you talk any?
Let him be.
I don't know, this guy seems pretty strange.
Just a little hungry. He's no different than any of us.
Speak for yourself.
And you're so different. Life's dumped you here, too.
Yeah, well, I used to have a place, a cozy little place with a nice view. Just me and Poochie. Then they doubled the rent.
My old lady kicked me out just because I wasn't working. Imagine that.
Look, people. We all have our problems. But then again, we're all in the same boat, right? You're just like me. Nobody wants you. You're just like me. Nobody cares. As long as we can stick together, our dignity we can't help keep. I'm just like you.
So very lonely.
I'm just like you.
So full of pain.
It's good that you want to come join us. We'll share with you to help sustain. Each one of us has our own story, so many paths of which we're from. And yet each life has thought to dump us to this same park that we now come.
When I was young, I had no parents. The place I lived, I couldn't bear. They sat and stared till I grew older and could release me from their care.
And me, you see, I was awarded great honors of the military. When I came home, my battle started. No one that came to rescue me.
I used to have my own small family, 2 little girls I still adore. But my mistakes hurt those around me. What I did then, I now deplore.
You're just like me. Nobody wants you. You're just like me. Nobody cares. As long as we can stick together, our dignity we can't help keep. I'm just like you, so very lonely. I'm just like you, so full of pain. It's good that you want to come join us. We'll share with you to help sustain. Each one of us has our own story, so many paths of which we're from. And yet each life has sought to dump us to this same park that we now come.
When I was young, I had no parents. The place I lived, I couldn't
Amy, you see, I was awarded great honors of the military. When I came home, my battle started. No one then came to rescue me.
I used to have my own small family, 2 little girls I still adore. But my mistakes hurt those around me. What I did then, I now deplore. You're just like me, nobody wants you. You're just like me, nobody cares. As long as we can stick together, our dignity we can help keep. I'm just like you, so very lonely. I'm just like you, so full of pain. It's good that you want to come join us. We'll share with you to help sustain.
And we all dream of starting over with a new life and a clean slate. Perhaps tomorrow will bring a new chance to change our lives. Current bad faith. I'm just like you,
So very lonely.
I'm just like you.
Nobody cares.
It's good that we can stick together. Our dignity we can help keep. I don't know what happened to this damn devil.
Yeah, when I came back, I thought everything would be okay. They were for a while, but I don't know. One thing led to another.
At least you got to use your legs. Look at me. Am I even a man anymore?
They told me nothing was wrong, but something inside just ain't right.
Sometimes I wonder who's better off, them or us.
So many of them.
So many of us.
See anyone you know?
I know them all.
What do I see at this wall of remembrance? Names etched in hard tears on Princeton black stone. 10,000 miles would be less than the distance from this granite walk to a land so unknown. What do I feel when I read names of brothers, the strong arms that lifted my name from that wall? And what can I give that would offer resemblance, a payment of guilt for the friends who did fall? When I feel lonely, I huddle to this wall.